Hello everyone, and welcome to my August Play With Me. So we're starting off with the cover page, and for this month, I went with the travel theme. First, we'll be using the art eraser, and I'm using the one from Faber-Castell. To use this, you mold the eraser and rub it over the pencil lines. This will lighten the existing ones on the paper. I rarely use this, but I thought I wouldn't want to have what's already there to distract you. For the lining, I used this set of Faber-Castell artist pens, and these are in the color sepia. The pen that I used was the weight F, and I didn't manage to focus the camera on the tip, but I'm letting you guys know. I'm lining with a brown pen because it softens the image, and it fits well with the summery theme. Also, for lining, I don't particularly have an order of the things that I line. I just start with I think it's easier and leave the harder ones for last. I don't know if that's actually incentive, but it's what I do. For August, I didn't show the pen that I used, but I actually used a black brush pen. Around the August title, I put a line around so that it would make the title pop up a little bit more. And I'm rather pleased with how the whole lining process turned out. Then for coloring, and for this month I picked two colors, yellows and blues. Two tones for each, so I could have a little bit more variety for this theme. Actually, when I made plans for this month, I hadn't chosen any particular color like I did for July with brown, but I wrote down various and made a couple of experiments until I reached this final decision. I thought that these two complementary colors would fit well with the sunny theme and airplanes. Actually, using just two colors is a bit of a challenge, but you can get kinda creative with the colors that you have. I mainly use the yellow for the warmer items and the blues for the colder ones. Next, we have the monthly spread. The pen that I used here is a Copic liner with the weight of 0.3, and this is the pen that I use for mostly everything. Nothing new here. I stuck to the same layout as last month, and you will see that a lot of the things actually remain the same. Most of the stuff worked really well for me, so I didn't think I needed to change much. Here you'll find out that my hand is a little bit unsteady, and that's because my knees were actually in pain, and I will get more into detail about this in maybe one of my future videos. But my hand was shaking, so I struggle a little bit to do the lines with the ruler, and there are a lot of mistakes here and there. I hide every mistake that I made with either lining on top of it, put it on a drawing or something, or just use my white paint. I'm not sure what you call that, but I'm sure that you guys know what I'm talking about as soon as you see what I'm using. And yeah, I actually wrote down monthly wrong and watch as I forget about it and fixed it much later on. Yeah, I realized that I had a number of days wrong, but it's nothing to worry about. Mistakes can be fixed. Nothing too special here, but still, I rather like how this layout works for me. It's still pretty efficient, and I'm pretty sure I'll be sticking with this for a long time, as I have in the past. After the monthly spread, I began working on my habit and mood trackers. Again, nothing too different, and if I have to be honest, this was perhaps one of the pages that worked best for me, except maybe the studying Japanese habit part, which I barely did. And though my mood was all over the page last month, it was still nice to see how it affected my sleep and habits, how everything is correlated. I highly recommend this page to those that use bullet journal and still don't have this page because it's really useful, or if you just want to understand a little bit of your daily life. On the other side, we have the sleep tracker, and I was really loyal to this page. I wrote down every single day. And as for the decorations, I had a little bit of exploring, but as I was drawing the binoculars, I realized that these actually don't look really good here, so I just covered it up. And instead, I decided not every summer season is complete without rain, because especially where I live, it rains a lot during the summer. Following that, we have one of my favorite pages, which is the time wheel and social media subscriber count. You see me here testing the flat compass as I didn't have an utensil to keep the center in place. The store where I bought it from recommends a paper clip, but I'm honestly thinking of getting something a little sharper. Otherwise, it will move out of place like it did here where the circle got a little bit awkward. But I fixed it. It's okay. You can fix anything. Again, explaining how I use this, basically, there are 24 hours of the day within the circle, and I write down the routine tasks of every week. For some of these tasks, I specify which days of the week I need to do them near the border of the circle. And for the social media, I am happy to say that we went from 13 subscribers to 26. It may not be much, but I am greatly appreciated and I can't wait to see the channel grow. Also, last month I had written down my main Tumblr account counter, but this time I decided to go with my secondary one instead, since I upload fashion posts there and it kind of fits more with what I'm trying to do with my YouTube. My Twitch channel is still inactive. I'm thinking whether I'll be able to stream more again or to just remove Twitch from this list altogether. Expenses? Still the same thing, private stuff, worked decently, and it's a nice way to be aware of how you're spending your money. Not a lot of people may find this useful, but I like to keep it in my bullet journal. Last month, notes was just merely a page, and this turned out to be the thing that I changed the most because I filled the entire page and felt the need for a little bit more space since I dumped basically everything that I want to remember or just plan ahead. So I expanded it into a spread and kept the design fairly simple. So memories were pushed to the next page, and I struggled to draw most of the occurrences that I felt were memorable. However, I'm still going to give this page another shot, as it's a pretext for me to draw, and I kinda need it at the moment. The page on the right is a new addition, actually, and this is so I can minimize the dump that I put on the notes, and that I can organize my YouTube videos and plans. On the left half of the page, I have the videos already decided for the month and the estimated date of the upload, even though I'm pretty sure that this video is gonna be late. And that is because I had to get the markers in Hong Kong, which I was hoping to upload the video about it this week. And then on the right part, I write down possible ideas that I have for the future. Just whatever I think you guys will enjoy, hopefully. Finally, we have the weekly log spread. From the last design, I changed just a few things, especially the progress of the tasks. With the new column, I can now check whether it's completed, moved to another day, etc. with the respective symbol, like a crossed out for cancel, an X for completed, and so on. The layout is still vertical. I prefer it that way. I can write down more tasks and I can get pretty busy. And we still have the weather row on top, which, since I like to remember what the weather was like apparently. I did remove the to-do list since I didn't use it at all. It was empty. On the other hand, I added on the bottom right, a waiting list for my orders and a daily check on the social websites that I go to. And you may realize that the end of the video is not here. That's because for some reason the last part of the video was corrupted. But it's okay, because you guys can see how it looks when I do the flip through. And so, without further ado, let's do it! So this has been my August spreads, and I rather like it. I don't think it's gonna be one of my best. The part that I might have struggled the most was finding stuff that I could relate to traveling, but maybe because I was just not expired. For the monthly log, you guys may notice that I've added the keys at the bottom with the respective color, and I filled out pretty much things that I have had already in mind or completed since I did this in August 1st. /2. It takes quite a while to do this, but it's a very calming process. Just not the editing part, but nothing like looking at the result and be just happy. So yeah, I've enjoyed this and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye!